King Princess describes meeting with me and Christina Aguilera. The 25-year-old singer-songwriter described being in the studio with her buddy Tao when Christina unexpectedly stepped in on their session. Strauss said on the Queer the Music podcast, "I love it when a pop girl gets cruel. One time, I was in the studio with my friend Tao, and Christina Aguilera was working with Mark in the same studio. And she stepped in, saw us, and said, 'Oh,' before walking out. And I was like, 'Oh my god, that was Christina Aguilera.' And then I stepped out since it was definitely time to leave. She's arrived, and it's time to leave the studio. It's her turn now." Mark asks, "Did you meet Michaela and Tio?" Says, "Yeah, I saw the children. That meant a lot to me." Strauss had previously thanked Mark for honoring their perspective as a young, queer woman. They told Grammy.com, "It's as if he respects the fact that I have the perspective of a young, lesbian lady, and I am a young person. He's always said, that's what people listen to. People listen to 1950 because it makes them feel like they're in my shoes, which is difficult to do when attempting to appeal to a demographic that is so different from your own." He just said, "I felt it. That meant everything to me, knowing that my instincts about my production and sounds were correct. He and I have a pretty odd relationship, since I believe he thought I was more of an artist than a producer. It turns out I am probably more of a producer than an artist. In the studio, I believe my brain processes similarly to that of a producer. It's just like working with him. Sometimes we butt heads, sometimes we clash because I'm his apprentice producer. That resembles our connection. He is a maestro of sound, so we get into these odd arguments over how long he takes to achieve the ideal sound. I'm just making things so fast, and he's like, 'No, you have to wait and get things correct.' Which I enjoy since it teaches me how to slow down and take my time while creating something because the end result is a personalized album like his."